Hi, this is Carrie, your kitchen table shrink, and I have a question for you today. Who's driving your bus and how do you know? Let's get into it. You know when you kind of like lose your wick, when you like blow up and it's like, whoa, I regret doing that sucker, right? You know that one. And when you look back at it and you reflect, which you don't do because it's very unpleasant feeling about yourself, but when you look back at it, you say, oh God, I wish I hadn't done that. That's because during those moments or seconds, you were not driving your bus, somebody else was. So who and why and how did that happen? Let me give you the skinny on that. So I'm going to show you something on my handy dandy whiteboard. This is your brain. This is your mind. This is a schematic, right? Okay. This part of your head is emotion mind. This part of your brain is rational mind. Okay. Here, that's where you're doing your taxes and otherwise are analyzing, focused right on the thing. You're clear as a bell. There's no emotion in here. You're just doing the damn job. You are structurally sound and you're doing everything just as it needed to be done, just because it's about doing the thing. Emotion mind, and you don't give a rat's for anything else. Your emotions are entirely out of the picture. There is nothing but analytical thinking going on. Emotion mind is when there is nothing but emotion. Makes sensible contrast, right? So when you're in that moment, when you're kind of like flipping out, when you are like so angry or so afraid or so hurt that you can't see anything else. There's none of this going on. There's only this going on. It's like being hijacked by your emotions, by your feelings. And it's always reactive, right? When you're in that space, you haven't just kind of flipped out for no reason. You flipped out because you're something has pushed your button. You've been triggered, right? Okay, so this thing out here banged into your head and pow, right? I'll give you some fun thing about that some other time. But what goes on here is that you are emotion mind. There's nothing but emotion going on. Your smarts have left the building along with Elvis. Your rational mind has left the building. Your emotions have taken over, and that is driving your bus. But sort of not really, because if you really look at it, why are you having those emotions? Because you were triggered by something that happened and some other person who did it. So you're triggered by that, and you have given them the steering wheel to your bus. That's how you lose control of your feelings. That's how you lose control of your life. You have to lose control of what's going on. You don't have to stay that way. There are all kinds of little ways to get to this place right here where you have a balance of emotion and rational mind, where you are thinking straight while you can make good judgments, but you care. But it's important what happens. How do you answer? How do you respond to whatever it was that triggered you? So there's lots of ways to do that. And I can tell you, I can show you some. One of my favorites is cognitive reframing. But the best skill in the world is the stop skill. Oh, let me tell you what this part is. This part's called wise mind. That part in the middle, wise mind. And that's where you are most of the time. You care about things, but you're also thinking straight, like, okay, I got to get the kids to the school. and then, oh God, one of them's had a accident, another one's screaming because they don't want to go to school, another one's scared their test, the whole place is, crazy, and you suddenly lose your wig, and bang, those kids are driving your bus. So how you deal with that? S stands for stop. T stands for take a breath. O is observe. And P is proceed, but frankly, with a wise mind in a way it works for you, because this doesn't. When somebody else is driving you, they're not working for you. They're working for them, or they're working for your emotions, but they are not working for the good, sensible person that you are. No, sir. So, how do you do this thing? Stop, take a breath, observe, proceed. When you can stop and say, oh my God, there I go again. I'm freaking out. I'm flipping out, however you perceive it. And I'm going where I don't want to go. You got to hang on to that steering wheel. You got to hang on to that steering wheel. Stop, take a breath. Slow your heart down. Relax a little bit, not much because you're still emotionally charged, but you're pulling yourself into wise mind. It's really cool. You're pulling yourself into wise mind. Now observe. Okay, what's really happening within me? Oh, I am totally wound. But what's happening out there? The kids just being them. Whatever's going on, whatever's happening here, something's happening, and they're doing it, not you. If they're making an insult to you, they're hurting your feelings, they're making you angry like the children. It's them doing something. Your feelings do not have to grab hold of that steering wheel. You can say, wait a minute, feelings. We got some thinking here. Okay, the kids have all got to get to school. If I wig out now, it's going to be a mess. So let me stop wigging. Let me stop going nutty. And how do I do that? How do I proceed? I don't know with the kids. I never had three. I never were losing their stuff themselves all at once. But you proceed in a way that's responsive, not reactive. Responsive, not reactive. Reactive is from emotion mind, where you've been hijacked and the bus is driving away with your emotions at the steering wheel. Doesn't need to be. Okay. The kids are just being the kids, one at a time. So you can't deal with it all at once, one at a time. The one that's, had some kind of accident happen, you fix that up. Okay, if they cut their finger, okay, band-aid, the whole 9 yards, take them to the bathroom, do the cleanup. Okay, get the stuff together. Hopefully, the one who is screaming they don't want to go to school, you've closed out because you've been in the bathroom. They can't, and you're just not listening to them. You're just dealing with the emergency first. Okay, when that kid's ready to go to school, you send them on, get in the car, get in the bus, whatever you do. The one who is screaming they don't want to go to school, you tell them they are going and they will not talk to you that way, and they will cease and desist. They are going now. And if they do not go, they have some repercussion. All their electronics go away. If they've got a phone, if they're a teenager with a phone, they have no phone, they have no television, they have no internet. You make that happen. This is how you hang on to the steering wheel. You take control, because they were driving the bus. The kids were driving the bus with your emotions as the gas. This little skill, the stop skill, is one of the DBT skills, dialectical behavioral therapy skills, and being able to catch yourself, nip yourself in the bud before you hurt yourself, and stop this from happening, or slow it down, or catch it in the middle. Any of those is good. When you can do that, then you are in control. You are driving your bus. And that is what I want from my favorite YouTube video followers. Just before I go, I want to remind you to please put the comments down below, and I'd love to hear if you've got any ideas what you'd like me to talk about. Any issues. Tell me a problem, and I will give you a sort of broader view for everyone, because everybody has these same problems. The problems are problems. Stop is a wonderful skill. Stop. Take a breath. Observe. So what's really going on? If I take myself out of this and I look this rationally, bring in some rational into your wise mind, what's actually going on? I am being triggered. The kids are running amok. They're all in emotion mind. I'm the grown up here. I need to be in emotion mind. I can be in emotion mind. I take that breath. I observe what's going on. And then I say, okay, one at a time, let's deal with these things, get these kids to school. Stop. Stop, say, oh my God, I'm doing it again. I'm right here. And nobody else needs to know. This is what you say in your head. You take a breath, and the kids are still shouting and whatever, because they're just keeping on with their bus being driven by God knows what. And then you observe, say, okay, what's really going on here? Inside me, I am losing my stuff. I am triggered. I am triggered. It's not something I'm doing. It's something that's coming at me from outside. I don't have to take it in. You don't have to take it in. Okay. So what do? Okay, I take one thing at a time and I address each one, and we get out the door. And your homework, if you want some, of course, if you do, if you don't, doesn't matter to me. It's just for help. Is find a moment when you wish you hadn't done something because you're hijacked by emotions and emotion mind, and rewrite it as if you had done it the way that would have been ideal. That's a great little homework exercise. And you can then use it in future on your own actual things that are happening in the present. My name is Carrie, Kitchen Table Shrink. I will see you next time, because I'll be back. And I'm wishing you a good week. Bye. Hi, just reminding you that I'd like a subscribe. I'd like a like. Not so much that, but I'll take it. Tell people about it if there's anything that they can benefit from my little talks here. And of course, please leave comments. Cheers.